Good morning. So I'm a little bit more prepared today because I woke up on time. So I'm going to turn on a couple lights here. Now we're going to get into it. Give me 2 more seconds. Trying to find my other phone. There we go. Okay. Nice. So today's a little bit nicer than yesterday. Because yesterday I was just not feeling it. There you go. So I just want you to take a deep breath, put yourself in a good space. And just put it to like cover my legs because it's cold up in here. So cold this morning. It's cold last night, and then my house is like wicked old. So then it gets like ridiculously hot in here. Oh my God. All right, great. So today we're gonna be doing a psychic card technique. I kind of learned this a while ago when I was trying to make myself more psychic. And it just hit me out of nowhere because there are a lot of shamans out there that they don't just see with their third eye. A lot of people are like, I want to be psychic. I got to use my third eye. But you have psychic energy everywhere because everything's one with your third eye. So we're going to just focus right now on just knowing that you're psychic. You just have to fall into that. There's nothing crazy to do about it. Just fall into the energy of knowing that you're already psychic. Step 1, just tapping into that psychic energy, just knowing that you're psychic, sitting in that energy. Breathing out anything that's negative. I tend to do this on days where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work with a bunch of people on my schedule. I gotta make sure that I have all the psychic energy that I have. And you're just gonna think about your heart chakra being the center of all of your psychic energy. Instead of focusing on like, oh, my third eye has to be psychic, just focus on your heart chakra. And you're not trying to summon that energy out of the heart chakra. You just know that your heart chakra is psychic. And if anything, that your heart chakra is more powerful than your third eye. I like to break rules often. It's just part of my nature. Never been good with rules. Never been good with people telling me what to do. And that goes not only with people and society, but old teachings, shamanic teachings. One day I was just like, what if my third eye is not as powerful as they say it is? What if I have power elsewhere? And I allowed myself to just kind of like sit in that energy. Just be like, it is what it is. What if I'm wrong? What if everybody's wrong? And when you do that, you're gonna feel like something starts amplifying. You have to just be okay with the fact that maybe you spent the last 20 years studying about chakras and you think you know everything about them and you're wrong. Some people lack the ability to do that because they're afraid. If you cannot hit this peak where I'm at right now, where it's not super high, it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna break out of the mold. If you can't hit that peak where you feel something shift in your energy, it's because you're afraid. You're afraid of letting go of your old paradigm, meaning that you're a slave to it, meaning that you're thinking linearly, meaning this is a third dimensional wound. You have to ascend past it. Remember to breathe, yawn, cough, cry, whatever it is that your body has to do during this time. I tend to yawn a lot when I'm letting go of negative energy. And one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to think about every relationship you've had. Rather it is a friend, a lover, your child, your niece, family, positive and or negative. These are all psychic lessons, all psychic experiences. Do not judge them. Just accept that. I want you to let your heart just roam wildly. Sometimes your heart will roam and you'll see things that you don't like or things that make you feel uncomfortable. Like right now, I let my heart go and it started just going through everything. And I saw a bunch of faces of people, and then I saw my ex-husband, and then I felt like almost like an attraction to him. Don't be bothered by that. Is that an uncomfortable thing to think about? Yeah. But don't react. If you react, then you're creating a polarity. If you can just sit in it, there's nothing to worry about. And in a way, when you open your heart like this and it becomes psychic in this sense, it shows you things that you don't even know that are there. A lot of times we want to be psychic and not look at the content of our own heart. As you do this, if you maintain neutrality, you're going to feel like something opens up in your centers. Whether you feel it in your spine, or you feel it in your heart chakra, or you feel it in your spine, your heart chakra, and your third eye. You gotta sit in neutrality. Letting go of anything that's negative. No judgments. If there are things coming to your mind, telling you messages, don't respond, don't push away, just listen. This is not your heart telling you information from the psychic realm. If you're questioning, is this coming from my mind or is this coming from the other dimension? You need to just believe. You need to believe that it's coming from another dimension. It's coming from your psychic centers. If you doubt yourself and you stay in that doubt, you won't be able to progress. And if you do have doubt, you have to ask yourself why and if it's worth it. Isn't that an old program that we started off wanting to let go of? What if you're wrong that it is your thoughts? What if that doubt is just a firewall trying to stop you from the truth? No one will save you but yourself. If you start feeling the room stretch, it's because you're starting to warp time. Now you're warping it with your heart. The heart chakra and the eighth chakra are very heavily connected. Remember to stretch your body, be fluid. Do what's right for you. And even hold certain stretches. Sometimes we stretch and we don't hold the stretch. Similar to yoga, when you hold energies, you start seeing other things. If you're trying to do, you're not doing the divine feminine. You have to understand and just experience. Let it happen organically. That is the divine feminine. Movement is very important when we're doing these kinds of energy work. You might be compelled to do certain movements like I am. This is my body activating physical magic. Whenever you feel a little bit of resistance, because every once in a while you're going to hit a wall. When you hit that wall, you're going to just remind yourself, my heart is psychic, my heart chakra is psychic, my psychicness does not just come from my third eye. The third eye. The same way you would let your mind expand and you let go of your like third eye, but sometimes you're meditating and you just hit this peak where you feel your third eye just expand, or you feel your mind to start expand. Have that same sensation, even if you're feeling it up here, just have it down here as well in the heart chakra. Let both of those expand. Your objective is to focus most of your energy on the heart chakra as the psychic center, but sometimes there are other aspects of yourself that still get integrated into that. And then just pay attention to whatever comes up. And I want you to stop defining what your third eye or your heart chakra is capable of. What if whatever you think is the limit is not? The heart chakra and the third eye are connected to infinity. No one understands infinity. No one can ever understand infinity. So why are you trying to put a limit on infinity? We do this without realizing we're doing it. Most of the time, you just have to have a sense of, like my mother used to say, fuck it. What if you don't know what it is that you're actually experiencing? What if you'll never know? All you can do is continue to try to experiencing it. And at this point, sorry, someone just rang my phone. At this point, there's something in your brain that naturally starts questioning, but I learned this, but I learned that. How can this be wrong? It's right in an alternate reality. It is not the ultimate truth that we're experiencing right now. And while you're in here, start letting go of fears. Fears of finances, fears of being loved, whatever. Your past right now does not have a hold on you. The future does not exist. Relax into your body. If there's a little bit of anxiety that comes up, restlessness, that's just something that's been sitting in there that now is, since you're not diverting your energy anywhere else, it's become very obvious to you. That's why you're feeling whatever you might be feeling. If you're nice and juicy and relaxed, stay there. In my case, I have this anxiety, and I can feel the anxiety is coming directly from my sacral chakra. Most people are familiarized with the anxiety coming from the solar plexus. In this case, for me, it's coming from the sacral chakra. And what I'm gonna do, if you're feeling anything like this with me, doesn't matter if your anxiety is coming from the sacral chakra, I'm just gonna remind myself that I am extremely psychic. What is there to be anxious about if I am psychic? If I am psychic, I can know everything. I can have reality tell me things so that my anxiety isn't real. Anxiety comes from this aspect of time or not knowing or feeling rushed. But that's all part of the illusion. I'm psychic. Even if the unknown were to happen, and that's where comes my anxiety, my psychic abilities will let me know of the unknown before it happens. A lot of the meditations that I do every morning are about empowerment. Every day is different. When I feel certain energies, I stop fighting it. I just give in to the energies. And I keep going in the direction that they take me. It's like flying on a dragon. You get on it and it'll take you wherever it is that you gotta go. You just have to ride. It'll get intense, but you just hold on. Some of you might be feeling your spine is really hot. It's activating itself. Something is going up your spine. This is the Kundalini. And if you're feeling this weird tingling vibration where you're expanding higher and higher and higher, right now I want you to just tell yourself, I let go of all the limitations that I have about my psychic self, psychic reality, how psychic is supposed to work. And this meditation is not one of those meditations that you have to do with your eyes closed entirely. You start off to kind of like put yourself in the zone, and if you feel like you want to open your eyes while you're doing it, that's fine. If you want to keep your eyes closed, that's fine. There's no right or wrong way. Remember to stretch your body, because your body is a living computer. When you stretch while you're doing this, you'll notice that you'll cough, you'll tremble, something will come up, and that's part of the purge because it's been stored somewhere in your DNA. You'll notice that there's certain portions of your body that retain more limitations than others. In my case, I tend to hold a lot of my limitations in my arms and in my upper back. That's why I stretch these. For some people, it's their legs. And I want you to really start adopting as these energies open. Like, who cares? Who cares what other people think about psychic abilities, whether they're real or they're not? Who cares if they think that you can only access your psychic abilities through certain mantras or only through your third eye? Who cares if someone even tells you that they know the truth and the 100%ness of infinity? You know they don't. Who cares, though? Let them live in their own reality. Maybe it does empower them. That's not your problem. Don't care about anything else other than your own psychic ability. That's where the truth lies. Your internal universe. Who cares if your mom told you when you were 3 years old that psychic abilities are evil? That's her story, that's not yours. And if you do this properly, you're gonna hear something in your shadow that's gonna say, I no longer obey the rules of this world, or I no longer am of this world. Something around those lines. It might be custom to you. Take a deep breath. Taking a deep breath. And if you feel like your third eye is being activated, don't fight it. Let it do whatever it needs to do. Give in to any barriers, anything that's tense. Once your energy centers are open, continue to do what we're doing. Work with yourself. And just give into the energy. You're going to notice that your breath starts becoming shallow. Don't let your breath become so shallow to the point where you forget that you can use your breath to let go of the things that are holding you back. You'll notice that you make breaks and you find blockages. Then you break those blockages with your breath, and then you continue to expand and you repeat. For the last 10 minutes, let go of any tension in the body. And I just want you to feel gratitude for your psychicness, for the psychic. If you've already come out of the meditation, that's fine. Just sit here, let it sink in. Sometimes the meditation kicks you out automatically because your body is like, I can't take anymore. Sometimes you come out of it for just a second and it pulls you back in. And just feel gratitude for the morning. I want you to pay attention to today. Are you more psychic today? Are you more aware? Just keep track of it. Even though I intended this to be like an hour, it was only 45 minutes. And that's sometimes all we need. Sometimes we need less. The more accustomed we become to this, the easier it gets. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm sending you lots of love. I'll catch you in the next one.